Homage to my Guru, protector from Jushri, who holds to his heart a scriptural text symbolic of his seeing all things as they are. Wisdom shines forth like the sun. Unclouded by the two obscurations, who teaches in 60 ways, with the loving compassion of a parent for her only child. Wanderers caught in the prison of samsara, confused in the darkness of their ignorance, overwhelmed by suffering, use dragon thunder like proclamation of Dharma, rouses us from the stupor of our afflictions and frees us from the iron chains of our karma, who wields the sword of wisdom, hewing down suffering when its shrouds appear, clearing the darkness of ignorance, whose princely body is adorned with 112 marks of a Buddha. You completed the stages achieving the highest perfection of a bodhisattva who has been pure from the beginning. I bow down to you, O Manjushri. Oh my God. Umaravatsana. With the breath of your wisdom, oh compassionate one, illuminate the darkness enclosing my mind, awaken my intelligence and wisdom. that I may gain insight into Buddha's words and the texts that explain them. His ground anointed with perfume, flowers strewn round Meru, and sun and moon. Imagine as a Buddha land and offer to you. May all beings enjoy this pure land. Venerable holy gurus, in the space of your truth body, from billowing clouds of your wisdom and love, let fall the rain of the profound and extensive Dharma, in whatever form is suitable for subduing sentient beings. Idam Gurana Mandala Kamniryatayami. I take refuge until I have awakened in the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha. By the merit I create by listening to the Dharma, I will attain Buddhahood in order to benefit all sentient beings. I take refuge until I have awakened in the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha. By the merit I create by listening to the Dharma, I will attain Buddhahood in order to benefit all sentient beings. I take refuge until I have awakened in the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha. By the merit I create by listening to the Dharma, I will attain Buddhahood in order to benefit all sentient beings.
Okay. Good morning. So today, today's topic is the third ground, the luminous. Okay. So the overall, I think, the divisions that present the that present, I think, all the materials or all the materials covered in this third section is of, I think, the etymology of the name of the ground, the basis. Okay. Then the qualities of the ground, the attributes, the distinctive characteristics of the first three perfections. That is the third one, and then fourth one is a conclusion stating the qualities of the ground. So these four headings, okay, covers or encompass all the materials that are presented in the third chapter of the entering the middle way. Okay, so of these four headings, okay, the first one is the etymology of the name of the ground, the basis, in this case, the basis. The second one is talking about attributes. The attribute is the attributes which are ascribed to the second ground. So in this case, etymology of the name of the ground refers to the second superior ground of Bodhisattva. That is in this case basis or the entity. So the number two, the number two, the number two heading, is the qualities of the ground. The qualities of the ground is attributes, which are prescribed, which are prescribed to the second level of superior ground of Bodhisattva. And then the third one is distinctive characteristic of the first three perfections: perfection of generosity, perfection of morality, and perfection of forbearance. Distinctive, characteristics of those three perfections. And then fourth one is the conclusion stating the qualities of this particular ground. This particular ground, for the perfection of forbearance. So now of them, the first one is the etymology of the name, etymology of the name of the ground. The basis. So in order to cover this, we have root text, one verse. The first verse. The first verse reads, because the fire burning up the fuels of all phenomena produces light here. This third ground is called the luminous. The luminous. Here the child of the Tathagata perceives a copper-colored glow like that of a sunrise. So I think it's a little bit hard, to know actual meaning. But nevertheless, first I think it will be you will be able to understand it with ease. So first I need to little bit how to say, retranslate this. Burning of the fuels of all phenomena is not literally said in Tibetan text. But what the original Tibetan text is saying is that because the fire burning of because the fire burning of all the fields of object of knowledge, produces light here. So the all should be a characteristic of the fields rather than the object of knowledge or phenomena. So it simply conveys that in this case, fields of object of knowledge means obstruction to omniscience. Obstructions of peace. Fuels, when we say fuels, it is something to be burned off. So in this case, to be burned off by the antidote, such as wisdom directly realizing emptiness conjoined with bodhicitta. So in this case, the fuels, all the fuels of object of knowledge is just a manner of, I think, manner of his writing, Chandrakirti's writing, but it just it implies the obstruction to omniscience. In this case, obstruction in omniscience should be understood in the case of, or in the case of, I think, as instances such as, I think, the imprints or latencies deposited by attachment, anger, ignorance, and all sorts of afflicted emotions. I mean, innate afflicted emotions. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Then. Okay. So produces light here. Okay. Produces light here. In this case, light here means that it is not an actual light that burns of the obstruction to omniscience on the by the Bodhisattva who are on the third level of superior superior level of ground. Okay, rather it means that it that such Bodhisattva has attained. Okay, how to say preconditions or good sign, I think, good auspicious sign would be the inner auspicious sign that he will be able to eradicate all the obstruction to omniscience rather soon. Okay, that is the meaning. Okay, real meaning, I think. So only the literal meaning is just way of saying okay. Okay, then here the charge of the Tathagata perceives a copper-colored glow like that of sunrise is during the post-meditative equipoise. Bodhisattva was on the third ground has experiences, I think, or they generate, I think, experiences such as such as seeing, I think, all the space is filled with, I think, some kind of light, maybe be it red or orange lights. Okay, as a consequence or as a not consequence, as an result. Okay, as a result, not as a not result, as a sign or auspicious sign, I would say, auspicious sign that he has, okay, or he has, or he, I think that he obtains obtains special actual concentrations, for concentrations, as well as for formless concentrations or absorptions. Okay, actual, I mean. Okay, and then as a result of that, he also obtains the special, I think, very distinctively special clairvoyance as well as miraculous powers. Okay, so these are the sign. This is the sign, okay, that he has achieved. He has achieved. It is a, how to say, reliable sign that he has achieved such qualities. Okay. Okay. So this is the sort of the outline of this one verse. Okay. Now I will read Tsongkhapa. Okay, Tsongkhapa's exposition. The third ground of the Bodhisattva is called the Luminous. Luminous. Okay. If asked, why is it called the Luminous? It is true to the meaning of this name. When the Bodhisattva attains the third ground, the fire of gnosis, okay, burning of all the fuels of phenomena, all the fuels of phenomena. Okay, so okay, and also okay, it also has the second meaning. First meaning I have conveyed. Okay, Second meaning. The second meaning is that dualistic appearance, okay, burns of all the dualistic appearance of phenomena, okay. In this case, that means from the perspective of wisdom directly realizing emptiness, okay, there's no any dual appearance of phenomena, okay, so which and in order to convey this meaning, okay, the text is saying that the fire of gnosis burning over all the fields of phenomena, okay, a fire that has the capacity to preserve all dualistic elaborations within meditative awareness. This is very important, okay, because whenever there's a dualistic appearance to you, okay, there's, how to say, concomitantly, I think, the appearance of inherent existence incurs within you, okay. So therefore, I think this is very important. I just pops up in my mind. It's not in my preparation, okay. I think this is, I don't know whether I can convey this fully or not, but it is very worthwhile to understand. A little bit tough one, okay. How to convey this? Okay, there's a verse in, there's a line in auto commentary of entering the middle way, okay. The auto commentary passage is that Dedana Rishi Sibe Yalang de Maribong Kunzo de number Shago, okay. That means the conventional truth is established. Ignorance within the dwellings of dependent arising. Okay. So that is very powerful message. So therefore, if there's no appearance of inherent existence, okay, there's no any way that we can posit conventional existence, okay. So with the case of, okay, even when if we think about this in terms of Buddha's wisdom, okay. Buddha's wisdom, okay. Whenever Buddha sees conventional truth, any kind of conventional existent realities, okay, they do not appear inherently existent to Buddha himself or herself, okay. But even though Buddhas having, how to say, having things, conventional phenomena appearing to Buddha is in turn reliant on, I think, is reliant on imprints of ignorance, okay. That imprints of ignorance is not within Buddha, okay, but within sentient beings, okay. Okay, so therefore, so antidote, okay, supreme antidote of, because when you actualize the supreme antidote to eradicate the latencies of ignorance, okay, the attachment, anger, and so on and so forth, okay. There must not have any appearance of conventional truth. If there's appearance of conventional truth to your mind at that point, then you automatically, okay, has to have, I think, has to have experience the appearance of inherent existence. Okay. So if that is the case, if that be occurred, okay, then what happens is that what happens is that okay, what happens is that I think okay, that since what happens is that I think your antidote would become okay, infected, okay, I think infected by the obstruction to omniscience, and thus therefore it could not be, how to say, could not be a supreme antidote to eradicate all the imprints or potencies or latencies of all negative mental thoughts. Okay. So therefore it is very important to burn off, I think, to burn off all the to burn off all the dualistic elaborations. Okay. When one is in when one is within the meditative equipoise on the emptiness. Okay. I mean, not every, just, I mean, stainless, okay, meditative equipoise, or uncontaminated meditative equipoise, or that meditative equipoise that is free from conception. Okay. So here at this point, the child of the Tathagata who has generated the third ground of the awakening mind perceives the light of gnosis with a copper-colored glow like the glow that appears at sunrise. This is to say, during post-meditation periods on this ground, the Bodhisattva experiences the pervasive red or orange lights. I think dawning of is not necessary, I think. Bodhisattva experiences the pervasive red or orange lights, I think dawning of, appearing of, or what is dawning? Okay, coming into existence. Okay, okay, but actually it means the Buddhist experiences the pervasive red or orange lights. Thus, the precious Galen states. Okay, this is Nagarjuna's text. The third ground is the luminous. For the pacifying light of gnosis dawns. Okay. Experiences the dawning of pervasive red or orange lights during post-meditative absorption. Okay. The meaning is, for the pacifying light of gnosis dawns means, for he experiences the dawning of pervasive red or orange lights during post-meditative absorption, or that is the meaning. Okay. Then the third line is, absorptions and clairvoyance have arisen. Okay. Absorptions and clairvoyance have already, okay, but in this case, special, very special, okay, or uniquely, distinctively superior absorptions as well as clairvoyance, okay, have arisen, okay. And attachment and aversion have utterly ceased. In this case, it doesn't mean that attachment and aversion are ceased from their roots or their seeds. It just means Bodhisattvas who are on the third ground has completely ceased, okay, the attachment and aversion that are categorized, okay, that are I think that are classed, within the objects that are to be eradicated or eliminated by the third superior ground, okay. And as a fruition effect of these, he will engage especially in forbearance and diligence, okay. He will engage in forbearance and, okay, forbearance, perfection, in this case, okay, he excels in perfection of forbearance, and thus, and his diligence and so on, or the other perfections would also tremendously grow, okay, or develop, I think. Towards Buddhahood, okay. So now this great celestial being is most learned, okay. In Tibetan, in this case, it is saying that the Bodhisattvas who are on the third ground has capacity, I think, to take rebirth as a ruler of Deva, okay. What is it? The 6 realms of Deva, okay. And as Indra, okay, born as Indra, okay. This great celestial being is most learned. Okay, no, Lai Wangji, okay. So this great celestial being is Lai Wangji, okay. But can take rebirth as a king or ruler of desire Ram God, okay. God Ram, God, desire God Ram, I think. Desire God Ram, okay. Like Indra, okay. And is most learned, okay, is there in this case, he will be very expert, I think. Very, very well versed or skilled in terms of alleviating the attachment, especially at the gross level attachment, that is belonging in desire realm, okay. There are 3 types of attachment. Attachment belonging in desire realm, attachment belonging in form realm, attachment belonging in formless realm. These are 3 different kinds of attachments. These are, I think, these can be also understood in terms of variation of their severity, okay. Okay, this then the that now the second heading, the qualities of the ground, the attributes, okay. This is in turn 4 parts, okay, showing how forbearance is superior on this ground, how to cultivate other types of forbearance, the divisions of the perfection of forbearance, and the other pure qualities that arise on this ground. The first one is showing of the qualities of the ground. Okay, no, the showing how forbearance is superior on this ground. Okay, in Tibetan text, there's no how. Okay, how should be omitted, can be omitted. If you want to omit, you can omit. If you want to place like it remain here, let it remain here, okay? Okay, the first one. Showing forbearance is superior on this ground. Okay. 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 Okay, so this heading is I think is the summary of two verses. Okay, the two verses. Okay, two verses from entering the middle. Okay, reading where a disturbed person to slice flesh from the bones of the body of a bodhisattva, though he be innocent, cutting it off once by once over a prolonged period, and up to by seeing thus too, he will have such forbearance as these two verses. Okay. So this heading is summary of how to say those 4 lines or 2 verses. Okay. So the lines. Okay, I'm reading Tsongkhapa's exposition. The lines where a disturbed person and so on, okay, means these 2 verses, okay. Just I have read, or just I have read, I mean. So present the way the perfection of forbearance comes to be superior for this bodhisattva who has attained the light of gnosis, okay. So we will, now the first verse is, where a disturbed person to slice flesh from the bones of the body of a bodhisattva, though he be innocent, cutting it off once by once over a prolonged period. This will serve to increase his forbearance toward the torturer. Okay, so it's kind of disturbing, okay, to some people, okay. But in the monastery, when we read this text, no one is assumed to be disturbed. Okay. They would. Oh, I don't think so. Yeah, maybe they are not thoughtful of real situation. Okay, maybe it's just it is due to their cultural influence, and yeah.
Now I remember.
Hmm?
It's not good class and better.
Okay. Okay. Where a disturbed person, okay, yeah, I think this will serve to increase his forbearance toward the torturer. Okay. So now the commentary of this verse is here. Okay. Since the Bodhisattva already possesses, optimal excellence in generosity and morality as described above, here from among the 8 remaining perfections, forbearance comes to be superior for him. The way it comes to be superior is this. The Bodhisattva achieves excellence in the practice of forbearance to an extent he does not for the other remaining perfections. Other remaining perfections referring to effort, I think, and then concentration, wisdom, and then up to what is that? Yeshe is pristine wisdom. Okay. And the Bodhisattva of the 3rd ground is characterized here as being innocent and an inappropriate object for anger, because he guards others' minds. Okay. Even actually, this would happen even before Bodhisattva, even before attaining Bodhisattva's path, I mean, preparation, okay. But in this case, it's very advanced, okay. Talking this, okay, in the sense that he has distinctively, I think, actualized, okay, method of guarding, I think, method of guarding others, mental attitudes, okay. Because he possesses pacifying, I think, gnosis as described in the lines, the fire burning of all fields of knowable objects, okay. And because he does not exhibit with his body, speech, or thoughts such concerns as he harmed me and my kin in the past, he is causing harm now, or the suspicion that he might do so in future, which fuel antipathy toward others. I think this is a little bit, some difference from my own translation, okay. So this is, first I'm going to read Tibetan, then I will translate, okay. 장선사 선보는 생기성은 샹다기 꾸는 나름 기시 오케이. 디 다는 다니 어느 방에서 다들 마음보다 주시고 도바진 교수 고성 주봉도 좀 콘트롤 내면 것이 개발도 제소 오케이. That means yeah, now I'm translating. Stick here, I think. The fire burning of all fields of noble objects, okay. And because he does not, okay, he does not generate, I think, he does not generate with course of actions of his body, speech, or thoughts, such concerns of others, I think, as he harmed me and my kin in the past. He is causing harm now, or the suspicion that he might do so in the future, which fuel antipathy of others, or others antipathy. Okay, does it make sense? Okay. Okay, so if translate this, and then the meaning should be very clear. Okay. Okay. He is, I mean, he is so concerned about others, others' misbehavior, or others, how to say, negative mental thoughts. Okay, negative mental thoughts as well as misbehaviors. Okay, so therefore he is very dedicated to guarding others' antipathy, okay. Antipathy, okay. Antipathy towards himself. Okay. So therefore I think the antipathy, I think, towards Bodhisattvas who are on the third ground onwards is greatly cut down, okay. I mean, in terms of generated by someone else, okay. That is the one of the meaning conveyed here. And then, though this is so, okay, that is so, okay, having cut down, okay, I think what is it? Inappropriate behavior, okay, for others, behavior to incite, okay, others' antipathy, okay. Though I think, though this is so means, even though I think the Bodhisattvas who are on third ground have eliminated their own behaviors, okay, that would play instrumental role to incite, I think, others' antipathy towards themselves, okay, or towards himself or herself, okay. Bodhisattva, I mean. There are, cases, okay. There are cases where sentient beings would generate antipathy towards Bodhisattvas who are on the third ground, okay. So this is okay. This is what being said here, okay. Where a person who is disturbed from within, okay, to not only slice though this is so means that particular the Bodhisattvas who are on the third ground is not suitable object of anger or appropriate object of anger, okay. Where a person who is disturbed from within himself or herself to not only slice flesh but to do so from bones of the body of a bodhisattva, not in the large slabs, okay, but cutting it off ounce by ounce, and this too not in one go, okay, not in one go, okay, but over a prolonged period, posing regularly, so that the cutting is not completed quickly. The Bodhisattva will not experience any vexation, okay. Vexation, I mean the state of being annoyed or frustrated or worried toward the torturer, okay. In fact, this will serve to increase his forbearance toward that person, okay, the perpetrator, okay. And the Bodhisattva will direct his focus on the sufferings of the health and so on that the person might undergo because of that negative karma, suffering that is graver than any other types of similar suffering. This is how the Bodhisattva comes to excel in forbearance. Okay, so this also in turn, how to say, so this is showing that Bodhisattvas who are on the third ground has excellent, I think, perfection of forbearance, okay. For instance, if someone, okay, slices, okay, flesh, okay, but to do so from the bones of the body of a Bodhisattva, okay. That in turn also not in large slabs, okay, but cutting it off ounce by ounce, tiny bit, okay, beads by beads, not in one go, okay, I mean without stopping, but over a prolonged not without stopping, I mean not without stopping, not stopping, but without not stopping, I mean. Over a prolonged period, pausing regularly so that the cutting is not completed quickly, okay. So the Bodhisattva will not experience any vexation, okay. But this is, in generally speaking, or in general sense, okay, this is so, how to say, intensive, so powerful or intensive, intense course, very powerful, okay. Intense, I don't know whether I can say this or not, I don't know. intense, intense, or yeah, very powerful. I mean, okay, very powerful to create resentment or and yeah, resentment and malice or within the victim. Okay, but here it reverses. Okay, the things, the normal system utterly collapsed here. I think. See here, just opposite. Okay. So okay, when we think of this, okay, we also need to think of that in the case of bodhisattvas who are on the third ground, has no any, pain, okay, physical pain, even though his body is cut off. Okay, that is one thing. Okay, that needs to be kept in our mind. Okay, and now here, okay, now here, even that is the case. Okay, we still, tend to, how to say, possess, this is my body, okay. I am the real owner, okay. This is my body. He is or she is cutting my body off. That means, that means it would hurt, okay. Your own mindset, okay. Mindset, thinking that, mindset of, I think, possessiveness, okay. But here, okay, since I think miserliness of possessive possessive miserliness, I think would be better. Possessive, the miserliness, okay. Miserliness of the possessive, I think, okay. Does it make sense? Doesn't make sense. Oh, okay. miserliness of mind. Make sense? Okay. That makes sense. Okay. Okay. So miserliness of mind. Okay. So okay, that's it. So there's no, okay. There's no any, how to say, possibility for the bodhisattvas who have attained superior ground to generate, okay, miserliness of mind, okay. So therefore, okay, the forbearance, okay, forbearance of giving away one's own flesh has been attained, okay, has been attained earlier, okay, or before attaining third ground, okay. But in this case, okay, in this context, I mean, bodhisattvas who are on the third ground has more, more superior forbearance, okay. So here in this, I think I would read this. In fact, okay, this will serve to increase, okay, to increase his forbearance toward, okay. Not only having forbearance from this, from experiencing this undesirable what is happening, okay. but this, and yeah, okay, this, I mean, oh yeah, this, yeah, I think this tackling would be okay, or not tackling, I think anchoring, anchor. Not this, it's okay, yeah. From this, I mean, okay. From this very experience, okay. This situation, I mean, this, from this very situation, okay, would how to say, would would play, I think, a kind of a role, I think, for him to increase, okay, his forbearance, okay, towards the perpetrator, okay, and the Bodhisattva will direct the focus, will direct the focus on the suffering of the. This is the how to say, increase his forbearance, okay, on the suffering of the health, okay, and so on, that the person, okay, that the perpetrator might undergo because of this, negative karma, suffering that is graver, much graver than any other types of similar suffering. Okay, so this is how the Bodhisattva comes to excel in forbearance. Okay, this is, yeah, I think one. So excels. Okay, so in this case, this is how the Bodhisattva comes to excel. In this case, to excel. Okay, excel is so many meanings. Okay, so in this case, even better than the Bodhisattvas who are on the first ground and second ground. Okay. Then now on the first grounds, such as perfect joy. Now on the first two grounds, such as perfect joy, there's no disturbance within his mental continuum in response to having his body cut. But it is said that he has not gained quite this level of mastery in forbearance. Therefore, one should understand that it is from this ground onward that one comes to excel in forbearance or perfection of forbearance. Okay. So, okay, now this is one. This is, I mean, one of the manners of how the Bodhisattvas on the third level of ground excel in perfection of forbearance. Okay, this is one manner. Okay, see, even in this situation, okay, even in this situation, very grave situation, okay, he does not disturb his own composure, I think. Composure, I think. His own composure, okay. Not only disturb his own composure, okay, but he take that grave situation to increase forbearance towards perpetrators, okay. And then the number two is that is the third verse, okay. For Bodhisattva who sees selflessness, who cuts at what point in time, in what manner, okay. He sees all phenomena as like images in a mirror, okay. I think he sees all phenomena as like images in a mirror, okay. And by seeing thus too, he will have such forbearance, okay. That is, so this is the second technique or manner through which Bodhisattvas who are Bodhisattvas on the third ground increase, okay, or excel, I think, in the perfection of forbearance. See, okay. I think, so I think it's good to read Tsongkhapa's exposition, I think. Not only does his forbearance comes to excel on the basis of focusing on the external sufferings, okay, that has just been covered earlier, okay, such as those of the hells of Bodhisattva of the third ground, whose is selflessness, okay, and directly perceives these three spheres, the one who cuts what is being cut, the act of cutting of the body, at what point in time, and in what manner, okay, also. In fact, sees all phenomena as like images, okay, as like images in a mirror, as like images, I would say, as like images. Okay, as like images in a mirror, okay. And also free of acquired conception, or free of, here in this, the original text says, that dada dagi kundagi dushit tawa, dekyang. Free of artificial, I think, conception of I and mine too. The Bodhisattva will have such forbearance. Okay, so this has two meanings. Okay, two reasons. Okay, here, here, two meanings. Yeah, two reasons given. Okay, or two reasons given. Given that are utilized, I think, by Bodhisattvas on the third ground in order to increase or develop their own forbearance, okay, perfection of forbearance. So, so this, okay, so is the one is that seeing, I think, all three spheres of in this case, the agent and the, what is that? Okay. What is being cut? I mean, what is being cut is the second one. The one who cuts is the one, and then what is being cut is the second one. The act of cutting, okay, these all three spheres, okay, are seen as like images in a mirror, okay. Meaning is that seeing those three phenomena, okay, as being empty of inherent existence, as like, I think, images in a mirror, okay. So this can be actualized during the post-meditative equipoise on the emptiness, okay. So seeing things directly, okay, even when this comes into reality, I mean, the cutting off, okay, his body, okay, even not, I think I can say, even when it comes to cutting off the bodies of the Bodhisattva who are on the third ground, okay, the Bodhisattvas, okay, the Bodhisattvas see those three spheres, okay, as empty of inherent existence, as like images in a mirror, okay. So that just, that seeing those, those related, concerned, okay, those concerned phenomena. In this case, these three are concerned phenomena, okay. So seeing these concerned phenomena as empty of inherent existence, as like images in a mirror, totally cools down one's own mind, okay, and calms down, okay, one's own mind. Because whenever you induces, okay, mental suffering, mental agony, or mental, some kind of uncomfortable mental feeling, okay, any kind of uncomfortable mental feeling, each and every one of them must be produced or brought about by notion or innate, I should say, innate notion of inherent existence, innate notion of inherent existence, okay? Yes, if that does not, if that notion is not precede, okay, does not precede, okay, then there's no possibility that you could experience any kind of mental uncomfortable feeling, okay. Okay, so therefore you see, therefore I think, I'm not talking in terms of the fruition, okay. I'm just talking the mechanism, the present mechanism, I think, the real-time mechanism, okay. So therefore, okay, this is very, very, how to say, hit the target, I think. Okay, you hit the target. Okay. So okay, and so therefore, even though when we are talking about this in the case of bodhisattvas who are on the third level, okay, but we can, how to say, practice this, not just exactly this level, but we can practice, okay, similar to this. We can now practice the wisdom realizing emptiness of inherent existence of phenomena, and we can practice wisdom realizing that things are empty of inherent existence, as like images in a mirror right now, okay. But right now we are incapable of inducing direct realization, okay. But realizing, some sort of realization can be achieved. So therefore, even conceptually realizing things as empty of inherent existence, as like images in a mirror, is tremendously helpful. Not only just in long term, not only in terms of fulfilling long term goals, just to fulfilling immediate goals, such as remaining in calm mental attitude and enjoying physical health. And I think also building up your own immune system, immunity. So okay, and this is one, okay, and then on top of that, this is the one, the first one. Then the other one is free of artificial would be better. acquired conception of I. Acquired means if you say innate notion of self could be accepted as an acquired. So we have four wisdoms, I think, generally speaking, four wisdoms. Gedogitoba means wisdom that is acquired by the virtue of birth. Wisdom that is acquired from hearing. Wisdom that is acquired from contemplation. Wisdom that is acquired from familiarization. Okay. So four different. So the first one is acquired by the virtue of birth. Okay. So within the wisdom acquired by the virtue of birth has also many types. Okay. Virtuous, non-virtuous, neutral. Okay. Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. I would say Gyewa. Okay. Virtuous. Okay. Virtuous and neutral. Okay. Virtuous and neutral. Okay. So neutral is that which is not virtuous nor non-virtuous. Okay. Neutral. Okay. So take the neutral wisdom that is acquired by virtue of birth. Okay. So within this, we can have innate notion of inherent existence. Okay. So I think dadandagi kundagi dushida means free of artificial. I think artificial. The kuntakpa means that if you translate it directly, that kuntawa is I think imputed. But in this case, imputed doesn't work here. Okay, artificial would be better. Kunda, lingi kunda ni kunda dirishadi. Kunda, lingi kunda ni nane kunda ki dushida tos. Karsan la power. Okay, okay. Spelling, yes, there are two spellings, Bhoradada and Bodhagada. In earlier versions of text, Bhoradada, Radada occurs frequently. So the same. Okay, so, okay, it is so. The commentary says, okay, I would read furthermore. The grammatical, practical truth indicates that, okay, not big deal here, okay, indicates that this too is a cause of forbearance. Not only does the Bodhisattva remain undisturbed because of the reason given above, he also has great forbearance because of what he has been just explained here. Also, just before this in the commentary, the phrase, for this reason too should be read as by seeing thus too. Okay, this is okay. This is already done, okay. But in Tibetan, it's a little bit easier, okay. Now, the second heading, how to cultivate other types of forbearance. This has two parts, I think. The inappropriateness of becoming angry and the appropriateness of cultivating forbearance. These are two headings, okay. The first one is the inappropriateness of becoming angry is the first one. The appropriateness of cultivating forbearance is the second heading. Okay, these are two different headings. Of them, the first one is the inappropriateness of becoming angry. Okay, it also has four divisions. Okay. The first one is inappropriate to become angry because it is pointless and will have great consequences, okay. And number 2 is, it is contradictory to loathe, future suffering, but retaliate against harm, okay. Then third one is, it is inappropriate to become angry because it destroys virtues accumulated in the past over a long period, okay. This is very, very deep subject. Third one, okay. And then the fourth one is rejecting anger on the basis of contemplating the numerous faults of intolerance, okay. So these, it has 4 parts, okay. Each one is very important, okay. Now the first one is inappropriate to become angry because it is pointless and will have grave consequences. No, not only does forbearance, okay, accord with the hearts of the Bodhisattvas, abiding on the grounds, the superior grounds, in this case, superior grounds, Mahayanic superior grounds. I mean, not only does forbearance accord with the hearts of the Bodhisattvas, abiding on the Mahayanic great vehicle, superior path, grounds, okay. It is also for others not yet abiding on the grounds, okay, grounds, including us, I should say, okay. It is also for others, including us, okay, who are not yet abiding on the grounds, the cause safeguarding all their qualities, ensuring they do not dissipate. The lines, okay. If you respond with vengeance after cultivated safely and constantly the forbearance praised by the Aryas. Okay, 4th, 5th, 6, 7, 8, 9, 6 verses, I think. It has 6 verses. Those 6 verses demonstrate to the intolerant how it is wiser to turn away from anger, okay. Okay, so now, of those 6 verses, the 4th verse through 9th verse, okay. Of them, the first one is the 4th one. The 4th one reads, if you respond with vengeance when someone harms you, never does your bitterness reverse what was already done? Resentment serves no purpose here in this life, and it brings more conflicts in the world beyond too. Okay, so this is one verse. Vengeance, okay, here's vengeance. I think it's okay if you omit the word vengeance, if you respond with anger, I think. Never chebe, kelti ter komba is anger. Komba, Tibetan word is konba. Konba means tona. Konna. Never chebe, ter konna means tona. That means anger. If you respond with anger rather than vengeance, vengeance is just a retaliation kind of, but not retaliatory activity. Vengeance. But in this case, respond with okay, anger. Yeah, it's okay. When someone harms you, okay, it doesn't mean that it is all that there's some kind of physical response is happening there. Okay, it doesn't mean that. From the mind, okay, if you respond with your certain mental attitude, that is the meaning. First response come from your mind rather than your physical activities. Okay. So in this case, vengeance, if vengeance is construed as some physical harmful activity in return, then this should not be the meaning. Okay. So I'm saying that if you respond with hatred, okay, hatred or anger, okay, when someone harms you, okay, does your bitterness reverse what was already done? Okay, bitterness, okay, this bitterness refers to, bitterness should be the same as the vengeance, okay. Okay. Bitterness reverse what was already done. Resentment serves no purpose here in this life, and it brings more conflicts in the world beyond too. Okay, so now, if you respond with, again here, vengeance, okay, or anger, okay, anger, okay, when someone harms you, namely you react with anger toward the perpetrator of that harm. Does your bitterness or rancor against the person help reverse what was already done? Answer is no. Okay, it does not. Okay, is it sure? Does not? Oh, then okay. If it is not sure, then we need to discuss this again furthermore. Therefore, I think resentment toward the person serves no purpose here in this life. Okay, that is very clear. Okay, okay, okay. Rancor here is a fierce. I think it's just. I think shekamba. It's a rancor is shekamba in Tibetan. Is a fierce state of mind. Shelatsuba, some karkar. Okay, resentment. Okay, rancor is a fierce state of mind that is utterly harsh and has the same meaning as hostility. Okay. Not only is anger pointless, okay, meaningless, senseless, I think, it brings more conflicts with one's own welfare in the world beyond too, okay, means future lives. It brings more conflicts with one's own welfare in the world beyond, means in the future lives, okay, in the future lives that will occur in the by giving license to anger, one casts oneself into future undesirable effects that will ripen after death. Okay, so also we need to also think about this. So this would, in order to think this, we need to have some kind of understanding. Okay, cause and effect. Okay, in terms of, I think, in terms of the cycle of lives. Cycle of lives in the same continuum. Okay. Okay, when we say we transmigrate from this life to next life, okay, that is okay. Who is the transmigrator? Okay. We shouldn't say Cindy da kyochima. That means this the self of this life, okay, self of this life would not go through future life. Okay. If that goes, if that went to the future life, the self of this life would have to be permanent. Okay. So even though okay, the first moment of this paper, the second moment of this paper, third moment of this, there are many moments. Okay, within 1 second of within 1 second of this paper, there are many tiny moments. They are in sequence. Okay, so okay, so we will okay. So okay, we said the continuum. Okay, the continuum. Okay, the continuum and the parts of the continuum and the continuum. Okay, so the parts of the continuum. Okay, would not go to the second moment, and of course not to third and fourth moment and onwards. The continuum of the continuum. Okay, that is constituted by different moments of earlier and period and later periods, pervades, okay, all these constituents. So therefore, you have sense of I. Okay, oh, I will study, I will meditate. Now I'm meditating. So this I. Okay, this I. Okay, I will go. I will do something. I have done something. I'm doing something. So this I encompasses all. Okay, all. I mean, all moments of later and all later and previous moments of I. Okay, so therefore, we need to point to that continuum. Okay, when it comes to identifying the continuum of myself, which transmigrate from life to life. Okay. Okay. Now, okay. So therefore, we fix, lunch. We fix dinner. Okay. When we eat lunch, there's no person that wanted to eat. Okay. Even though it is the case, we yearn. Okay. We how to say, we strive to gain, okay, to obtain future happiness. Okay, even though the experiencer of the future happiness is not the present one. Okay, so that is why. Okay, because the continuum, this continuum. Okay, so likewise. Okay, when we say this, by giving license to anger, one casts oneself into, means that not this human being, the continuity of this human being or continuum of this human being will be cast, I think, into future indesirable effects that will ripen after death of this life. Okay, that is the meaning that Tsongkhapa is conveying here. Okay, now I think we can stop here. I think we have here. Okay, it is contradictory to loathe future suffering but retaliate against it. Yeah, we will start from this for our next session. Okay.
May the spiritual teachers who lead me on the sacred path, and all spiritual friends who practice it have long life. May I pacify completely all outer and inner hindrances. Grant such inspiration, I pray. May the lives of the venerable spiritual mentors be stable, and their virtuous actions spread in the 10 directions. May the light of wholesome's teachings dispelling the darkness of the beings in the 3 worlds always increase. Idam Guru Rana Mandala Kam Niryatayami. Due to this merit, may we soon attain the awakened state of Guru Buddha, that we may be able to liberate all sentient beings from their suffering. May the precious Bodhi mind, not yet born, arise and grow. May that born have no decline, but increase forevermore. In the snowy mountain pure land, you're the source of good and happiness. Powerful Tenzin Gyatso Chenrezi, may you stay until samsara